Our world is in peril, and we have a decision: evolution or self-destruction. 1. When we gaze into the eyes of the beloved, we're staring into a sacred mirror, and we recognize our oneness.
Is it only when you're in love with another person that you see them as they really are?
Disconnected himself from the person he loved the most.
Sometimes when you win, you lose.
O Son of the wondrous vision, I have breathed within thee a breath of my own spirit, that thou mayest be my lover. Why hast thou forsaken me, and sought a beloved other than me?
Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure, why not? People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. What a terrible thing to do that is. Thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
Making you emotional, talk about it.
Well, God, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are.
In the world of existence, there is indeed no greater power than the power of love. When the heart of man is aglow with the flame of love, he is ready to sacrifice, so even his life. Love gives life to the lifeless. Love lights a flame in the heart that is cold, in the heart that is cold. Love gives life to the lifeless. Love lights a flame in the heart that is cold, in the heart that is cold. What a power is love! It is the most wonderful, the greatest of all living powers. What a power is love! It is the most wonderful, the greatest of all living powers. The greatest of all living powers. What a power is love! It is the most wonderful, the greatest of all living powers.
The word mercy means people, or to give people something that they cannot give to themselves, assist people that cannot assist themselves, aid people that cannot aid themselves, rescue people that cannot rescue themselves, and really to have a heart of compassion to help those in desperate need. So when we say the word mercy, it doesn't just describe a word of an action. It actually tells us how the Father feels about us. God is a merciful God. Mercy is not a once-off fanfare. It's not a once-off thing that God does for us. Mercy is who He is. Our God is merciful. I'll say it again. Our God is merciful. He is gracious.
Here on the street, in competition, A man confronts you, he is the enemy. An enemy deserves no mercy. What is the problem, Mr. Lawrence? This is a karate dojo, not a knitting class. You don't come in my dojo and drop a challenge and leave, old man. Sweep the leg. No mercy.
So after World War One, they made a big mistake. They basically tried to lump all the blame on Germany and saddled Germany with impossible reparations. And really, there was quite a bit of blame to go around for World War One. But they tried to put it all on Germany. And that laid the seeds for World War II. So it's a lot of people, well, not just Hitler, a lot of people felt wronged. And they wanted vengeance. And they got it.
People don't forget.
Yeah. You kill somebody's father, mother, son, daughter, they're not going to forget it. They will want vengeance. So after World War II, they're like, well, the Treaty of Versailles was a huge mistake in World War I. And so this time, instead of crushing the losers, we're actually going to help them with the Marshall Plan, and we're going to help rebuild Germany. We're going to help rebuild Austria and the other, Italy and whatnot. And that was the right move.
June marks Men's Health Month, and while anyone can experience depression or anxiety, psychologists say men often push off seeking help when needed. When many signs of depressions and anxiety in men and women overlap, men often experience headaches or other physical symptoms. Experts say men also sometimes turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms like drugs or alcohol to deal with their emotions. And to keep their mental health in check, doctors say they can rely on friends and family members that they're comfortable sharing things with. Also, writing or journaling can be another effective way to get a release of difficult emotions.
Seeking mental health treatment is not a weakness. Okay, we can argue that it's actually a strength. Pretending that your issues don't exist, that's unhealthy.
If feelings of depression or anxiety become overwhelming, he adds, there's no shame in getting help from a mental health professional. More and more men are starting to go to therapy, and he encourages others to seek help if needed.
Baha'i Prayer for America. O thou kind Lord, this gathering is turning to thee. These hearts are radiant with thy love. These minds and spirits are exhilarated by the message of thy glad tidings. O God, let this American democracy become glorious in spiritual degrees, even as it has aspired to material degrees and rendered this just government victorious. Confirm this revered nation to upraise the standard of the oneness of humanity, to promulgate the most great peace, to become thereby most glorious and praiseworthy among all the nations of the world. O God, this American nation is worthy of thy favors and is deserving of thy mercy. Make it precious and near to thee through thy bounty and bestowal. Abdul Baha.
I think the best thing for us to do is let them represent themselves. And therefore, I'm going to quote them. What do they believe? The oneness of God and the oneness of religion. The oneness of mankind. An independent search after truth. All prejudices must be abandoned. Religious, color, national, class, sexual, and personal prejudices. International peace must be established. An international auxiliary language, Esperanto, must be established. Education for all. Equality for the sexes. Abolition of industrial slavery. Abolition of wealth and poverty. I don't quite know how we're going to manage that one. I've been trying to think it through for 20 years, how we can abolish wealth and poverty simultaneously. Does present somewhat of a dichotomy in logic and philosophy, but it's there. And finally, personal holiness. Work in the spirit of service. For the Baha'i is worship. Now these are noble goals. The oneness of God and the oneness of religion, the oneness of mankind. To search after truth, the abandonment of prejudice, the quest for peace. A language that everybody can understand. education for everybody, equality, all of the things that men would normally seek after.